Hello, it's Randy Duck and welcome back for another video. This time I've got two replays for you in the Tier 8 Chinese Premium Medium Tank, the Type 59-2. Now, this tank, if you, like me, and you don't really play Cold War, and you do fancy a silver earner, Chinese silver earner for World War II, this tank actually does make plenty of credits. It basically has a fantastic 390 Alpha gun, which has brilliant standard APCR round because they have fantastic shell velocity. The shell velocity in these rounds are fantastic. The only downside to the tank is it does only have like 200 penetration on the standard APCR rounds. So when you come across those tier 10 tanks, you are going to need to dip in occasionally to the heat rounds with a 250 penetration, and even still against some of the the Mouses, etc. You can struggle to penetrate them, which is a problem. But I still really like the tank. So you see here on the first replay on Kasserine, I'm able to get some some lovely shots into that STO2 black as it crosses. And I barely have to aim that far in front in order to hit the shots because of the great shell velocity of the rounds, and you do feel like you slap quite hard when you hit them. Now, it looks like he's crossing. I'm trying to punish. I want to take out this tank. He's a one-shot to me now, and you see there I aim way too far ahead there to the STA2, probably because I haven't played the tank for a little while, and I actually missed that shot. I do get punished, and I need to try and relocate now because we've got nothing sort of spotting where the enemy team TDs kind of sit down that one line, and I need to sort of relocate so I don't get punished from that angle, because unfortunately our light tank seems to be sitting at D1, which I'm not too sure. It's not going to spot a lot from there, so I'm going to have to move. We've got the enemy light tank, the British light tank. We're going to try and, if we can, punish them. But like you can see from my right here, I'm getting detected. I'm 6 cents going off. I'm getting detected. I do manage to block a shot. He does have reasonable, pretty decent turret, so you can bounce shots, especially when you're in a top tier lobby. But I don't fancy sitting this side of the ridge anymore. I want to cross over to get to the other side of the ridge because I'm, slightly concerned that I'm going to get caught out. But I have seen, I'm going to go the safe way. I didn't want to get lit as I jumped over that ridge. I'm just going to go around where I know it's safe. I'm not going to get punished for this, and then use the opposite side of the ridge where I'll try and work out, see if I can get any more damage. Looking for some shots, see if we can get any shots of that type. Unfortunately it's not possible, so I'm just backing down here so I don't get shot from obviously, like as I keep saying, from the right hand side. The light tank does leaves us a little shot, and I managed to quickly get that one in with that quick velocity and get very fortunate there. I actually set them on fire and I pick up the kill, putting us onto 1,800 damage and picking up a little bit of assistance of 353. The FCM actually does get spotted. I think that's one of the top tanks which is probably shooting at me. I still think there potentially could be more there. He's obviously getting spotted by a medium who has now pushed down that one line. But predominantly a lot of the fight is sort of happening in the middle of the map towards where they push through the sort of heavy valley, and it's quite a close game. It's still it's very, very, very tight, and I want to try and find the best angle of attack at the moment, because I feel like our heavy tanks are kind of getting a little bit sort of stuck in the middle lower ground valley, and I want to see if I can just try and clear that out a little bit quicker, because once we freed them tanks up, hopefully they can then help us fight. You see where this T-34 is in the F3 area. So I'm trying to finish off the T-34. It actually does get taken out by a friendly heavy. I've then spotted the T-34 black, and now I'm going to try and make my push to see if I think it's at this point I'll decide, right, I'm going to try and clear these tanks in the middle to try and speed it along and free up our tanks here so we can start engaging the rest of the team, because we are getting a little bit surrounded. Unfortunately, I eat one off the tiger going in, which is not great. I'm doing this because I know the scorpion doesn't have a... it's very slow. You can't turn its turret all the way, and it's very slow at turning. So I hope now we've finished him off. Now we're all going together. We're going to be able to kill this tiger too pretty quickly. Like I say, it was risky, but I wanted to just try and... was losing a little bit... I felt like we was losing a little bit of ground, losing a bit of map control. And I wanted to free those tanks up as quickly as possible to help us win this engagement. Now they're freed up, we're going to see if we can get behind any of these. You can see we've got the medium and heavy and 2 mediums spotted. I'm going to see if it's possible for me to get behind and get any easy shots in. I am conscious that there is a fun police in the game. Also conscious that I'm worried if I get spotted I might get shot in the rear. But we are going to take this, this gamble anyway. We're going to, once we've got around this ridge, that should protect us from our rear, and we want to just see if we can move in, help our J Panther out, who's now getting pushed by the T-34 Black. As we do that, this French TD comes out, and so does the FCM. Now I need to try and focus and see if we can kill this tank destroyer. It does have a weak cupola, quite a large cupola, so hopefully we should be able to hit that. Unfortunately, the shell goes too high. We swapped to the heat shell quickly because we know I want to kill this tank as quickly as possible. I've got 10-second reload and I don't want to bounce. So we do take out that tank, and now we swap straight back to the APCR for that quicker shell reload. The fun police just misses us, thankfully, because that could have ended our day, ruined our game. And now we are sort of collapsing in on these two teams. Tanks have made a push. We're able to quickly finish off the one-shot T-34 Black, and then it's only a one-shot FCM, which we're trying to chase down. But as we do that, the Tiger P gets crossed, pushing our fun police and light tank. We get one in, but we're still detected, and I don't think it's from the Tiger P. I suspect it's from the fun police. So I'm just moving quickly. I could have stayed for an extra shot on that Tiger P, but again, I didn't want to get hit in the engine deck by the artillery and then take us out. We've got this TD in front of us now, which is a problem. We aim underneath the gun where we know it's weak. It is obviously a turretless TD, so we do get behind him. We've got the kill. I'm just hoping he's going to fluff his shot, and thankfully he misses his shot, which is great. He's now on reload. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to see if I can get behind this tank, because once I do, he's not going to be able to take us out. Now there's only one tank left. It's the Piggy. It's the fun police. So rather than watch while we try and chase this down, I'm going to let you listen to a bit of music, and I'll catch you up in a bit. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. We did manage to get that fun police in the end, and we picked up 4 kills, 4,600 damage, a little bit of assistance. We got the ace tanker, we got the high caliber, and that is it for the first replay. But stay tuned, we got one more replay to come. Okay, so thanks for staying with us for the second and final replay of the video. Here we are on Alamein. We are top tier, which is nice again, and there is 3 enemy light tanks and 1 enemy fun police to concern ourselves with. Now, from this spawn in a medium tank, I do like to push across the ridges on the left early doors. I do tend to push quite aggressively, especially the fact that we are top tier. You know, maybe you could consider not to if you are, you know, in a very heavily bottom tier, because obviously you're going to get outmatched by those tier 10 tanks. But I don't have to concern myself with that today, and I'm going to push. You see the ridge in front of me here, what I'm heading to. I like to go straight over this ridge onto the next ridge, and try and get into a position where I can punish the enemy tanks as much as I can. Focusing the light tanks first, of course, because they're going to be the biggest problem. I'm actually able to get over unlit at this point here, which is good, because I'm now getting to the lower stages of, you know, it's less likely for me to get punished, and I do spot a few tanks in the process as well. So far it looks like our team's reasonably well, you know, split. We're seeing this, you know, pattern's going to push quite aggressively here. We do get one in and he gets set on fire, and he, you know, his game's ended, or their game's ended very quickly. Now the enemy fun police is lit because we have a hero light tank going for the kill. Yeah, not all you know, heroes wear capes there. He does take out the fun police, and that is going to mean we do not have to concern ourselves with that, which is going to make our life a lot easier. So we do pick up a little bit of assistance and a little bit of damage at the start. We now got this VK in front of us. We're not going to struggle to penetrate this, even with our 200 penetration. That's going to be fine for that tier 6 tank. And we're looking to get as much damage in as we can, as quickly as we can. So we get another penetration shot, putting them in a low 1 shot. The light tank appears to be coming behind us now, getting heavily punished for it. I'm looking to get confirmed the kill. I actually ricocheted the bounce their shot, which is nice, and then they quickly get taken herself out. Now at this point, it's looking like it's going to be a fairly comfortable win. You know, it's 13-9 or 12-9 now. We're up on the tanks, but it does turn out to be a little bit more tighter than, you know, it first appeared to be. You can see a lot of the enemy team are now pushing the right hand side towards our base. I do want to get over there, but I'll try and, if I can, finish off the tanks in this region of the map first, just so I can get as much damage out as I can, and I'm trying to time it right to get back and spot the enemy team on the cross. We see this Borsig here. We're going to try and get a nice shot into the Borsig, but the Borsig obviously has no armour and quickly gets taken out by our friendly T-77 who clips him out. But I do have an opportunity to get a shot into this Dragon, which I do, putting the Dragon on a 1 shot. I'm now going to keep focused, see if I can finish him off, but he gets taken out by a friendly Barracuda. And now, as you can see, we've got nothing defending our base. So I'm thinking I'm going to start to head over to the base. We spot this SU, so we get one into the SU. Now, at this point, I'm kind of weighing up, have I got time to kill this SU and get back to the base to defend? You know, reasonably quick. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'll probably have time. And then I look at the map and I think, you know what, I don't have time. So I'm now going to try and get out of there. Obviously, the SU spots us and targets us. So we need to quickly get behind these wrecks, these buildings, which are going to keep us protected from the SU on our escape to get back to that base. Because we do actually have no time to lose now. We need to get back. If we get back in time, we'll catch them in the open. We'll get some free shots. There's one tank in the cap with 2 minutes on the clock. Now we have enough time to get back, which is fine. But the problem is you've got these 2 heavy tanks which are going to prevent me from getting there, and I need to quickly take them out in time to get back, because we do have another T-32 now, you know, on their way to that base. So I need to do my best to take these tanks out as quickly as I can. They're not paying attention, so we get one into the rear, which is a good start. I suspect they're now going to start turning around to focus me. I do have the hit points to take one, and I might have to take one because, like I say, I don't have time isn't on my side. But we do thankfully miss that. He misses that shot, so that does give us an opportunity to get another shot in. Unfortunately, that low penetration on the APCR round wasn't enough to go for the lower plate. So he swapped to the heat shell because I can't bounce another shot. There is this Barracuda here. Now, I don't know if they're on reload, but they're on full health. So I really want this Barracuda just to go in on this tank, eat a shot. It doesn't matter at this point if you start losing hit points when you're full health. It really doesn't matter. You're not going to need them. What we do need to happen is this tank to die. Now, I can't sit there any longer, so I have to go. Thankfully, the Barracuda does take out the tank, which is great. And this has allowed me time to get back and get the reset. Now I know, although there's 11 seconds left in the cap, I will have enough time to get the reset in, so I'm not concerned as long as I don't bounce a shot. Now we get one into the T32. Now arguably I probably should have gone for the Dragon because the Dragon had the most cap points, but it's not a problem. We're going to still have enough time to get a shot into the Dragon. The T32 shots, Dragon's not paying attention. Now we got that reset in, it's absolutely fine. We're going to win this game. It's just about, can I get enough shots in before our friendly medium actually caps out, basically. So I want to get as much damage in as we can. We're looking to see if we can get the confirm on the T32. We go for one in the lower plate, but it's still, we need one more shot. The Dragon gets taken out, and now we're hoping we've got the finish. It's a one shot to us now, unless we significantly low roll, but he gets taken out by our ISM. And there's just one tank remaining, which is pushing our medium now. So I'm thinking, if I'll be able to take him out if the medium dies. But it wasn't needed. The Centurion takes him out. And that does bring us an end to the replay and the video. We pick up only one kill, but 5,300 damage. 2,000 assistance. We get the high caliber. We get that defender medal for getting that reset on the base, which was important, or we would have lost the game. And I believe we get the high caliber and the ace tanker. So there you go. You can see I do make decent silver as well. Obviously with the premium account, I do get 214,000 silver. So you do make some decent silver in this tank. And that is all for the video, all for the replay. And as always, happy tanking.
Enemy in sight. Hadouken!